Hey there, Corporate Misfits. Brittany Darrington here, and welcome to episode 21 of the Corporate Misfit podcast. I am so excited to talk about today's Monday mindset and motivation because this is something that is really near and dear to my heart. And it's a conversation I've been having a lot lately with several of the entrepreneurs that I work with. And that is entrepreneurship is messy. It is so messy. You cannot go into entrepreneurship with a white dress on and expect to not get dirty. You are going to come out with a whole different color dress when you go into the world of entrepreneurship. So I'm ready to go ahead and get to it because I have a lot to share on this topic. And I know that anyone who has been in the world of entrepreneurship, or if they are a wantrepreneur looking to become a full-time entrepreneur, that this episode is going to help you to look at things differently and also really understand that entrepreneurship is messy, but it's really worth it. So let's go ahead and dive right in.
You're listening to the Corporate Misfit podcast with Brittany Darrington, where female entrepreneurs can get powerful tips and advice on how to start, launch, and grow their business.
So entrepreneurship is a difficult journey, especially in the beginning stages, because you are doing something that you probably have never done before, and you're getting into a place where you're not in your comfort zone, and most likely your success is not going to be a neat line. Why is it not going to be a neat line? Because along the way within entrepreneurship, you are going to face challenges, you're going to face rejection, you're going to be in a situation where it's painful, you're going to even get frustrated, you're going to have people telling you no, you're going to have people telling you that you're not good enough, you're going to have self-doubt, and so many other things along the way that keep you in this mindset of whoa, how do I get out of this? Entrepreneurship is so messy. And I wish new entrepreneurs and even entrepreneurs who might have been in business for a year or two really hear this, because the real reason why businesses succeed is because they identify that entrepreneurship is messy and they keep going even when things are not a straight line. They find ways to push through the barriers and push through some of the hurdles and the roadblocks along the way, and they keep going until they reach that level of success. So here's the deal. 8 out of 10 businesses shut their door every 18 months, according to the Small Business Administration. And the reason for that is because a lot of businesses that start their business, they think that things are going to be pretty. They think that things are going to work out just right. They think that their business plan is going to go according to what they wrote on that piece of paper. They think that funding is going to come easily and that their customers are going to get so excited to buy their products or their services, and that everybody's going to come running and knocking down the doors as soon as they hit the sign open in their business. The truth is that when you go into business, you're not only going into business and you're going into the world of believing in yourself, you're also going into the world of having you to convince others to believe in your product, your service, and what it is that you're doing. So many people think that entrepreneurship is going to be this beautiful straight line. It's going to be roses and dandies, and as soon as you start your business, everything's going to go to plan. I want you to know, because if no one else tells you this, I believe it is my obligation and my duty to tell you this as a tenured entrepreneur, that things are not going to go as planned. The deals that you think are going to work out are not going to work out. The partnerships that you think are going to be perfect for your business might not be perfect. The clients that you think are going to help set your business further along and really bring in that revenue that you want, and they're your ideal client, you might find that they're not your ideal client. But that's the beauty in entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship allows you to get dirty. It allows you to get messy, and it allows you to see the things that you like, what you don't like, and what you want more of. And if you don't get dirty, you won't ever be able to experience some of the things that will ultimately lead you to your success. I have this saying in entrepreneurship: stop trying to go into entrepreneurship without getting dirty and walking into it with a white dress and not expecting it to turn a different color. If you think that your white dress is going to be perfect and pristine whenever you go into the world of entrepreneurship, I want you to just stop right now and know that that is such a myth. So Coco Chanel once said this, and I love the saying because it's so true, that success is often achieved by those who didn't know that failure is inevitable. You see, so many of us go into entrepreneurship and we're worried about our risk. We're worried about what people think. We're worried about all these different things. What if our client doesn't buy from us? What if our brand doesn't look perfect? What if our website looks bad? And we're worried about all the wrong things. But ultimately, if we want to succeed in business, we have to know that failure is going to come and we're going to get dirty, and all we can do is pick ourselves back up and keep going. And that's what every entrepreneur needs to do if they are really serious about the product, the service, and the people that they serve. If you want to succeed in entrepreneurship, you have to stop expecting it to be perfect. You have to stop expecting it to be clean and beautiful. It's going to be messy because the most beautiful things come out of the most messiest situations in life. Messiness is a process, and it's a process that is so valuable. And I really do believe that if we can see the beauty and the value in the mess, that we can see the ultimate success. In order for me to get to where I want to go, I'm going to have to overcome some major mountains. Some of the mountains are going to be smaller than the other mountains that I'm going to face along the way, and same for you. But I do know that every mountain that I am getting ready to climb up on, that I have what it takes to overcome that mountain. I have what it takes to climb up that mountain and make it to the other side, and so do you. But if you really do think that going into entrepreneurship and you're not going to have to climb a mountain, and you're not going to have to experience failure, and you're not going to have to experience loss, and you're not going to have to experience some of the things that entrepreneurship comes with, then I want you to reconsider going into the world of entrepreneurship, because I truly believe entrepreneurship is not for everyone. Entrepreneurship is for the ones who will say, I'm okay with being uncomfortable. I'm okay with being the domino effect, because I'm going to do something that will open up the doors for so many other people. I'm going to start this business because this business is going to allow me to do more for others. If you're not willing to go through that process, if you're not willing to be the domino, then I will tell you that maybe entrepreneurship is not for you. And I know I talk all about entrepreneurship. I am so ride or die when it comes to people telling me about starting a business, and I'm so excited for them because I want to help them. I want them to start their business, but I do know that not everyone is an entrepreneur. And I also know that a lot of people are not willing to get their hands dirty in entrepreneurship. They're not willing to get their hands dirty and trying to find funding to be able to run their company. They're not willing to get their hands dirty to make all those cold calls to clients that might say no to you in order to get their business to where they want it to go. They're not willing to reach out to the potential sponsors that can ultimately help save their company and fund them and grow and all the things that go along with it, because they're afraid of the rejection and the things that might come along with that. They're afraid of being able to put themselves out there and show their vulnerability and show that entrepreneurship is hard. It's difficult. But I will tell you, one of the best things about entrepreneurship is that I would rather have entrepreneurship be messy as can be than be perfect and mediocre. I would rather entrepreneurship be so messy, because in order for me to reach my dreams, I know it's going to require me to roll in some mud and come out on the other side looking like a whole new person than when I entered into it. So if you're not willing to get messy in entrepreneurship, and this is something that I'm very, very passionate about, I want you to reconsider if entrepreneurship is for you. It's not for everyone. And I will tell you, not everyone will survive going into the world of entrepreneurship. 8 out of 10 businesses in the United States shut their doors in 18 months. most of the times they shut their business because they can't get funding, because they can't get clients, they can't sell their products or services. Maybe they didn't test out their product or service with their ideal client, and so much more. Poor leadership, poor partnerships, so much in 18 months. If you're able to overcome some of the mess that comes along with entrepreneurship, and you tell yourself, no matter how messy the situation gets, no matter how messy things start to feel, no matter how messy things look, I'm going to focus on overcoming the mess. I'm going to focus on pushing through so ultimately I can reach that success and those rewards that I was setting forth to do. Then I recommend you go into the world of entrepreneurship. Then I recommend that you start taking those risks. I recommend that you put your product and your service out there. I recommend that you go into the world where you're going to be told no over and over and over and over again. I recommend it because entrepreneurship is messy. And if you can handle the mess, then you can handle entrepreneurship. But again, if you're looking for it to be nice and neat and pretty, and you want to walk out with your white dress on that you walked into, then entrepreneurship isn't for you. And I recommend that you walk away now, then spend any more time, any more energy focusing on something that you're not willing to get messy with. All right. So corporate misfits, that's all I have to say on entrepreneurship is messy. I hope that you can really hear how passionate I am about this because I know how challenging entrepreneurship is. I know how many challenges you're going to face. I know some of the ups and the downs that you're going to face. But I do know that you're capable of achieving it. I know that you're capable of overcoming it. And I know that you are okay with getting messy. Okay, corporate misfits. Well, I can't wait to see you on this upcoming Wednesday strategy where I'm going to be sharing with you some different ways that you could be productive and ultimately batch within your business. And let me know what you think of today's episode. DM me on Instagram and I am Brittany Darrington, or leave a comment letting me know what you thought about messy entrepreneurship and going into this world, because so many people paint this beautiful picture of it being so pretty, so perfect, and so easy. But there's so many challenges and so many steps along the way to get to where you want to go. And I believe that in order for you to get there, you have to be willing to get messy to reach that destination. So let me know what you think. Also, if you have not subscribed to the Corporate Misfit podcast, go ahead and do so. We are on all podcast platforms such as iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and so much more. So go ahead and hit subscribe so you could be notified every Monday, every Wednesday, and every Friday of a new episode of the Corporate Misfit podcast. Okay, I will see you soon.
If you've enjoyed today's episode of the Corporate Misfit podcast, we invite you to check out the Corporate Misfit Club. The Corporate Misfit Club is the essential resource for female entrepreneurs who are looking to start or grow a business they actually love. Whether you are a seasoned entrepreneur in your startup phase or simply thinking about taking the leap into entrepreneurship, we've got your back, girl. With our extensive course library, monthly training, exclusive members-only discount perks, and unlimited tools. We also have a supportive community of women where our members share stories, experiences, their wins, and business tips. The Corporate Misfit Club is the perfect place to be to start, launch, or grow a business. So check it out at corporatemisfitclub.com.